It's time.
For wrestling.
Tuesday?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcoming you to this week's episode of Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Appreciate everybody tuning in. For those of you first time watching, what I do is every Tuesday I ask 5 questions, all dealing with the sport of professional wrestling. Hey, if you're having fun, click the like button. Also, leave a comment. Let me know how you did. And this is your first time watching. Be a champion. Click on that subscribe button. Hopefully everybody has fun, and hopefully everybody's had a good beginning of the week. But let's get the game going. Let's let her rip. All right, everybody nestled in, ready to start the game. All right, here we go with question number one. Question number one: when Central States pulled out of the National Wrestling Association and was renamed World Wrestling Association (WWA), who became their first world champion? Was it A, Rufus R. Jones, B, Mike George, or C, the unpredictable Dick Slater? All right, question number one again. When Central States, which was based in Kansas City, pulled out of the NWA and was renamed World Wrestling Association (WWA), who became their first world champion? Was it A, Rufus R. Jones, B, Mike George, or C, Dick Slater? The answer is B, Mike George. George had some success over there in Kansas City, especially at this part of his career. It was 1988. Uh, he always did pretty good in Kansas City. I think he did okay for himself in when it was Tri-State Wrestling / Mid South Wrestling before it became UWF. First time I seen him, he came to the UWF when John Tam had his car accident. He replaced John Tam in the tag team he had with Jack Victory. Rufus R. Jones, of course, a big star in that area, also had a pretty good go around in Crockett's. And of course, Dick Slater, he was pretty successful where he was at, whether it be Kansas City or I think the WWF when he had that little run there, not too well. Those Yankees didn't care for Rebels. Uh, but yeah, big star in Florida, big star in Georgia, big star in Mid South as well. And in this case, Mike George actually defeated Dick Slater in the finals of that tournament. All right, well, let's go to question number two. All right, here we go with question number two. Who won the 2019 Crockett Cup tournament? Was it A, the Briscoe Brothers, B, the Rock and Roll Express, or C, Brody Lee and PCO, the Villain Enterprise? All right. Question number two again. Who won the 2019 Crockett Cup tournament? Was it A, the Briscoe Brothers, B, the Rock and Roll Express, or C, Villain Enterprise members Brody Lee and PCO? The answer is C, Villain Enterprises. Of course, Marty Scurll was the leader of that group. Briscoe Brothers didn't do it that year. I don't think they ever did. But actually, the Rock and Roll Express, this was about the time they was about to kick up NWA Power, and actually, Rock and Roll Express defeated uh, what was his name? Uh, Tom Latimer and can't remember his tag team partner's name off the top of my head, but either way, they defeated them to win the World Tag Team Championships that year. I actually like NWA Power. I wish, too bad COVID happened and killed whatever momentum they had going for themselves. All right, question number 3. Who won Pro Wrestling Illustrated's Most Popular Wrestler of the Year in 1978? Was it A. Dusty Rhodes, B. Andre the Giant, or C. Ricky Steamboat? All right, question number 3 again. Who won PWI's Most Popular Wrestler of the Year in 1978? Of course, this was part of the year-end review edition of Pro Wrestling Illustrated that did every year. And of course, the fans got to vote for, things like Wrestler of the Year, Tag Team of the Year, Match of the Year, Most Popular Wrestler, Most Hated, so on and so forth. Anyway, was it A. Dusty Rhodes, B. Andre the Giant, or C. Ricky Steamboat? The answer is A. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Still very hot in Florida. Um, and he would win this award multiple times. Back in back in 2005, we lost a great wrestler in Eddie Guerrero, and he was booked to be the team captain for Team SmackDown. So, question number 4: who replaced the late Eddie Guerrero as captain of Team SmackDown for the 2005 Survivor Series? Was it A. Rey Mysterio, B. Batista, or C. JBL? Alright, question number 4. Who replaced the late Eddie Guerrero as captain of Team SmackDown for the 2005 Survivor Series? Was it A. Rey Mysterio, B. Batista, or C. JBL? The answer is the Animal, B. Batista. He wound up replacing him on as the team captain of the 2005 Survivor Series. I guess the Rey Mysterio feud was still kind of fresh. JBL, not sure if he was wrestling that much at the time. I'm kind of a little foggy on that one. But yeah, hell of a loss that we got when Eddie Guerrero passed away. Still have plenty of juice left, plenty of time left in the ring that we lost out of. All right, let's go to question number 5, the main event of the day. All right, question number 5. Who gave Bob Backlund his first pinfall loss at Madison Square Garden? Remember, Bob Backlund was a big star in the late 70s, early 80s as the WWF champion. And his first pinfall loss didn't happen until 1993. So, who done it? Was it A. Bret Hart, B. Razor Ramon, or C. Lex Luger? Alright, question number 5 again. Who gave Bob Backlund his first pinfall loss in Madison Square Garden? Was it A. Bret Hart, B. Razor Ramon, or C. Lex Luger? The answer is A. Bret Hart. Yes, this happened back in '93. This is when I think there's a right time period where Bob Backlund snapped. You know, he had the nice little scientific match with Bret Hart. I think it was on one. I don't think was it Raw or one of the other like Superstars or something like that. Anyway, he lost the match and shook hands, and when Bret turned around, Bob Backlund slapped on that cross-face chicken wing, and he would cross-face chicken wing a lot of people, even his old manager, Arnold Skaaland. So, and that does it for this week's Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Before I go, let's do the shameful plugging here. Of course, right now you're watching Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Like I said before, every Tuesday, I ask 5 questions, all dealing with the sport of professional wrestling. Usually out Tuesday at 10 a.m. So watch along and play with friends and have some fun. Also, usually Tuesday or Wednesday, I put out the weekly Raw recap show, dealing with what happened to Raw, the night before. Also, I do a AEW recap show. Usually that's up on Thursdays when I can. Um, but says it all. I just recap Dynamite. Speaking of Thursday nights, though, the fun stuff. I got a live stream here that I do on Thursday nights called Spot Show Live Stream. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Saturday morning in Japan, and 5 a.m. Friday morning in India. This week we'll be doing a little recap of Clash at the Castle and talking about the week's news so far. But if the current product, if you're not digging the current product, that's cool. Because I got another live show I do on Friday nights. It's called Wrestling Gold Friday Night. Every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Saturday morning in Japan, and 5 a.m. Saturday morning in India. This week we'll go through this today in wrestling history. Also, our watch along this week, we'll be watching some UWF. So check that out, especially if you're an old school wrestling fan. Like I said, that's for this week's Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Appreciate everybody tuning in. So until next week, everybody have a good one and take it easy. Hey there, thank you for checking this out. If you enjoyed it, share with friends, drop a like button, leave a comment. Also, be a champ and hit that subscribe button. You can also check me out on social media, Facebook at Ronald Ray, on X or Twitter is RPATRPTV46. Until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.